Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 17th of February. My name is Phillip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, we are officially back into the real estate season, even though we've been back a few weeks and we had the first episode of GPTV last week.
Yep.
We're right back into it because we've now finally had some auctions.
We've rung the bell, Phil, 5 auctions on the weekend. We sold 3 out of 5.
And viewers, that is not great for us, I've got to say.
Well,
and we did always promise to tell the truth on this show, so we did 3 out of 5, 60%. Clearance rate at 74% for the industry average, so we're not going to put the towers up.
Is omitting details still telling the truth? I'm not sure.
Well, probably
real estate terms, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Philip, Glen Huntly Road, Elsternwick was not sold, but I want to talk about it because it's great value for somebody, because that particular property, Philip, is for sale now at $524,500.
That's good buying.
Incredible value, Philip. And this is a property with a balcony, with security, parking, great floor plan, modern building, great spot. Phil, we sold Leamington Crescent in Corford for an undisclosed figure, but well done to Leo Samuel, who did a good job in the heat, Philip. He was sweating, he was.
Hot day on Saturday.
Phil, on Sunday I had the pleasure of auctioning Unit 1 at 1 Hopetoun Street, Elsternwick. Now that sold with, I think, 4 or 5 bidders, competitive auction. Sold for $727,000.
What was the reserve there, Gary?
Well, the reserve there was $689,000 I was given to
the day. That's an interesting reserve. Very
interesting reserve. I dare say it probably would have been hooked down a little bit if need be. That was kind of the vendor's hopeful reserve.
Yes.
So it got significantly over that in $727,000.
And well done to Leon Gusenfitter who handled that property.
Well done to him. But Philip, there's a good real estate story, because whenever you talk about properties and when they're going up or down, the true litmus test is a property that was sold like this time and then resold that time, and the gap in price is a true test
no doubt,
of how properties
you're
performing.
Going to give us those dates.
You're a psychic, Phil. This was sold 3 years ago for $627,000, Philip. So it sold for $100,000, which is a 15% gain. Very little had changed in that property. I think they put some shutters in or something.
Yes.
So I think it would be safe to say, Philip, that has gone up 15% in 3 years.
That is good, solid growth in a great street.
Good
and I must say, Gary,
old style apartments, Phil, with courtyards in Elsternwick are good stuff.
I'm going to take this opportunity, Gary, just to actually pass you a compliment today on GPTV. Keep in mind, only second episode. It's going to go downhill for you. You are looking fresh and fabulous today.
I've got a few things to say about your appearance, so I'm going to save them for a moment.
I've got to tell you, Gary, I like the suit.
Thank you.
I like the tie. Nice shirt there. And your haircut, you look good. You look a good 15 years younger than you looked last week. So if only you could just...
That's a real compliment.
In fact, I might just get a bit of a selfie happening here for you. So hang on 1 second. We'll just get this up happening here. Get it on.
Are you going to be in it?
I'm going to.
I've got a little bit to say about your appearance coming up shortly. Don't you worry. It's not going to go.
Just look into the camera.
Very nice, yes.
Okay, there we are. A little bit of a selfie, Gary.
Good.
Why don't you just try and look like that all the time?
2 at 31 Fulton Street was sold, Philip. It was sold for $660,000. Well done there to Leon again. He was the man, Jeremy Roses, who conducted that auction beautifully. Philip, Dandenong Road is another great buy. It's passed in. This is 1 of 4. An Art Deco apartment that is stunningly renovated. 1 of 4. Great floor plan, beautifully renovated. $599 will buy it. That is value. So the 2 we haven't sold, I'm not worried about them at all. Good. They're going to sell, Phil. Good. They are going to sell.
Lots of market activity out there over the weekend, Gary. I was out and about at a few open for inspections. Everything was well attended. The numbers are good, solid as they always are in February. So I'm thinking that it's going to be a pretty good quarter this year, Gary.
I think so, Phil. At Fulton Street, I met Jared Martin, it was his property that he listed.
Jared Martin,
so well done to Jared.
Young guns.
He is a lovely young man.
Part of the Leon Gusenfitter team.
I met his folks there, and his
folks.
Yeah, his folks, his parents.
Folks.
And I had a very lovely compliment from his mother, Jan.
You meant his parents, not his folks.
His mother, Jan, said that she has been hanging out for GPTV. She enjoys getting her dose every week, so just a cheerio to Jan.
Clearly quiet on the television front.
Obviously hasn't got a connection to Foxtel or anything else, but thank you for your compliment. But she also said, or Jared said, that you give it to me a little bit more than I give it to you, she thinks. So so I think we need to balance the scales a little bit.
Jan, thanks for your feedback. And keep in mind that he does deserve to be pulled down from the tall throne upon which he sits. Somebody's got to keep his feet grounded, Jan.
I want to throw this name at you, Philip. Charles Dreyfus. Does that mean it to you?
Charles Dreyfus.
Charles Dreyfus was a
county... Well, I know Dreyfus, as in Louis Dreyfus.
No, we're going to put a photo of him up. Now, here it is. That's beautiful. That guy you're seeing on the screen there, Charles Dreyfus was a character played by Herbert Lom in The Pink Panther. And we're having a look at his little nose there that got blown off, Phil, in a accident through some action of Peter Sellers in The Pink Panther. And I've got to say, you're looking a bit Charles Dreyfus there, a little bit Herbert Lom.
What do you
For
mean?
those that haven't noticed, he has got a little bit of nasal action going on there today, Phil. So I just wanted to say that you found your look-alike, and here's from The Pink Panther.
And for those viewers that are wondering what is going on with my nose, it's fair to say that we've had a lot of people writing in, just giving us some feedback as to how we should look, and keep in mind that this is a hard-hitting show, and a show that's become internationally famous. So in the interests of maintaining a fresh presence, I've had a little bit of plastic surgery done. I've had my nose fixed, and in the next couple of weeks I'm going to have a little bit of work done around my eyes, Gary. Going to have some Botox action. I don't know why you just looked down
That's
there.
all right, no reason.
But this is the year, Gary, where I've decided that plastic surgery has become so common that I'm going to jump in on the bandwagon and fix up the minor blemishes that I have.
You could be on one of those TV shows. You know how they've got the best listing, $1 million listing, and then they've got those surgery shows. You could have like $1 million listing with surgery.
Extreme makeover.
Extreme makeover.
Extreme sale and extreme makeover.
$1 million listing makeover. That could be it. Let's talk about the auctions we've got coming up before we go and launch.
I must say, you've got some real bounce today, Gary. Did you have a Barocca this morning?
I did some auctions on the way.
Because normally in GPTV, I'm the one that's up, and you're generally
fired
flat.
up. No, Jan's got me fired up. I've got to tell you with that. She said, well, I've got to balance, get the scales right. Philip, I want to talk about what we've got coming up this weekend. Should we talk about this property or our auctions first?
Well, Gary, here we are at number 4A Garrell Street,
what a
right
great
in the heart of Caulfield North. And the viewers might be interested to know that Garrell is next to Glencoe. And Glencoe is where you live, Gary. And maybe anybody that wants to know where you live, just send me an email and I'll happily publish.
They renamed it from Caulfield North to Mortgage Hill.
But Glencoe, Garrell, this is a great spot as testimony to the fact that you bought into this little area.
I did. I'm a neighbour.
And congratulations to our vendor here who has created what I consider to be one of the best town residences we've seen.
Talk us through this place. This is beautiful.
I know, and I know it's beautiful because firstly I was impressed, but secondly when you walked in today for the first time, you're walking around just making all of these noises and satisfaction as to how good it is.
I couldn't believe it.
4 bedrooms and a study. So 4 bedrooms and a study, ensuite bathroom, walk-in dressing room, gorgeous bedrooms, all fully fitted. And this entertaining area down here, Gary, of the lounge room, the study area, then opening to this kitchen meals, family room,
al fresco,
the back garden with those doors wide open. Congratulations to the vendor. Congratulations to the vendor's architect, Amnon Weber, who has created something fabulous here.
Done it again, hasn't he?
And the builder has just done a sensational job.
This one goes up for auction, Philip, on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. We'll review that with all of our other auctions, but very quickly. But I think this is sensational, Phil.
It is.
I love it.
It really is great
welcome to Garrell Street, a fine position.
Welcome to 4A Garrell Street, Gary.
4A Garrell Street it is. Phil, let's talk about our auctions this weekend. We've got 13 of them.
13, that's back in action in a big way, isn't it?
In a big, big way, Phil. We start off on Saturday morning, 12 at 310 Inkerman Street in St Kilda East. Leo Samuel to auction. Tell us a bit about this.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. I like this block. Great position, walking distance to Carlisle Street, the tram and the train station. A really good 2-bedroom apartment.
Philip, on Saturday morning, you are starting off in Carnegie. Don't we love Carnegie?
We love Carnegie, Gary, and we've got some Carnegie news coming at our viewers.
Stay tuned.
In a few weeks' time. Looking forward to 1 at 22 Rigby Avenue, Carnegie, Gary.
That's at 10:30 Saturday, Phil.
A really good 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2-storey town residence with lots of land and beautifully equipped right throughout.
Now, we know Clarinda Street, Caulfield South is a terrific address, Philip. We know there's some beautiful homes, there have been some great sales. You have the auction honours at auctioning number 1, Clarinda, on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Tell us about it, please.
I'm happy to be doing that, Gary, because this is what we describe as picture postcard perfect facade. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars, beautiful landscape gardens, some great period detail with all of life's modern luxuries, Gary.
It is, Philip, and Bentley East is a hot suburb. You're going to be there at 12:30 helping out Leor and Aviv Samuel. Tell us about this home.
Gary, really good house on 629 square metres of land. And as Mark Twain, the famous American novelist, said many years ago, Gary, invest in land, they're not making any more of it. 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking. Move straight into this house and just let prices rise around you in Bentley and Bentley East as they are.
Why wouldn't you do that, Phil? And then you can just enjoy the lifestyle and the gains in the years to come. Philip, that's it for Saturday. You're going to be home probably by 2:30 or 3 o'clock, which is unusual.
Well, we are going out on Saturday night, Gary, together. So I'll have plenty of time to get home and try and do something with this nose.
Exactly right. Charles Dreyfus, remember the name of the character. On Sunday, Philip, we're starting off in Alexander Street. Jeremy Rosens has the auction on as 7106 Alexander Street, East St Kilda. It's a great address, Alexander Street, I reckon.
It is, Gary, and this is one for the investment portfolio for a first home buyer, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, immaculate condition throughout, a good, honest, clean block, Gary, where we've seen capital growth just rise exponentially over the years.
Now, if you're loving Carnegie and starting your auctions there on Saturday, you'll be happy on Sunday because you start there again. On Sunday in Truganini Road, you are going to be there at 10:30. Tell us a little about this property that the Samuel boys are bringing to the market.
And how active are those guys, Gary? 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1+ car spaces, beautifully renovated with the most stunning courtyard gardens and timber decking, barbecue area, Gary. That's a move straight into and not spend a cent on any refurbishment, just get on with life.
It is now. You know how much I'm passionate about this little pocket of Caulfield North, Glencoe and Garrel and Yanaki and Crottonhurst. And Langdon Road is another one of the fine streets, Philip, in this little pocket. And we're auctioning 38B Langdon Road, 11:30 a.m. on Sunday.
This
Tell us all about
is a complete rarity, Gary, because to get a single-storey villa in a street like Langdon is nigh impossible. This is a development of only 2, architect designed, both a single story. And this is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, parquetry floor, gorgeous landscape gardens. This should go well.
Does it hurt?
Look, I've got to tell you, it's not that part of me that's hurt. It's where all the other bandages are that are quite sore. And maybe when we do the Gary Pure & Associates uncut version, I will display all.
I don't think you should do that. I think it's more like your ego is bruised than your face is hurt, Philip, because you don't look as beautiful as you usually do with that on your nose.
You know what, Gary, but wait until the bandages come off and the viewers see my beautiful,
stunning
sculptured
nose.
Little ski jump nose I've got.
It'd be lovely, Philip. Charles Dreyfus, played by Herbert Lom. Herbert Lom died in 2012, Philip. He was 95. Good innings.
Not through a nose operation,
I don't think so. I don't think that nose being shot off by Inspector Clouseau helped him, though. Ludbrook Avenue, Phil, number 64, 11:30 a.m. And I get to auction this house, but you can talk about it for me, please.
Well, Phil. Gary, we wax lyrical. We like that? We've never used that term. We've never used the term wax lyrical on GPTV, but we've often waxed lyrical. I've got no idea what waxed lyrical means.
It sounds like you're all over it.
We've often waxed lyrical about Ludbrook Avenue because it's a sentimental street for us, Gary, where we had one of our first sales.
My sister lived there.
She did live there. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plus 2 bathrooms. 2 bathrooms plus is what I mean, and off-street car parking for 2 cars, a beautifully renovated house, moves straight into this, and great facade as well, Gary. You've got a great facade.
Thanks very much for that, Phil. 4 at 580 Inkerman Street also has a great facade, Phil. It's situated in that beautiful part of Caulfield North, not far from Lenny's, where you can get your bagels, Phil.
Well, you can, Gary, amongst other things. And
it's got everything at Lenny's.
A bit of a shout out for Lenny's. It's one of Melbourne's best local delis. And for those of you that haven't been, go and pick up all your provisions, but particularly their chicken soup.
I love their soup too. Just think about
unbelievable.
Good soup. Good yogurt.
They've got everything. They've got everything. And Lenny runs Lenny's as he probably should, and given the fact that his name is Lenny, and he's a really good bloke too. Does a lot of community charity work.
He does.
So, special shout out, Lenny.
Good on you, Lenny.
Mind a bit of a discount on our bagels when we
throw
buy
an extra bagel in for
anyway,
us,
that's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 undercover car space. And Gary, love that building, love that position.
That's going to be auctioned by Jeremy Rosens at 12:30. Phil, while he is there, you're also gracing Caulfield North with your auction skills in Payne Street, 3 at 18 Payne Street, to be precise. Gary, just up from the racecourse.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, beautifully refurbished throughout. That's a really stunning house.
Phil, Garrel Street goes off at 1:30 p.m. I walked in and I got to tell you, I thought the price guide was very, very reasonable and realistic. We're talking sort of 135 to 1.5 in that range. I personally walked in, I thought this is worth a whole lot more than that. But then again, what do I know? As you rightly say.
What do you know, Gary? But what you do know is it's a great spot, and you have been knocked over by the architecture here.
I have been.
But we have waxed lyrical too far and too long about this property, so we're going to move on. But it is. I'm looking forward to the auction.
Phil, you're wrapping it up. in Normanby Avenue in Caulfield North at 2:30 p.m. Look at this beautiful period home. I consider us to be very lucky real estate agents selling so many beautiful properties, Phil.
We are lucky, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking there. And Gary, what a great position there. Walking distance to Glenferrie Road, the Caulfield East Shopping Centre, Caulfield Racecourse. It doesn't get any better than that.
Well, it's going to get better because they're doing all that development of the car park of Caulfield Race. It's going to be a whole new village, Phil.
That is going to be enormous, Gary. In fact, I think maybe we should do a GPTV from there sometime in the future.
Why not, Phil? Now, last week you did promise viewers before we went we would talk about Rupert Murdoch. So did he punch you out, or what happened to you in
Gary, I had the most unbelievable experience in New York. There's a fellow by the name of Robert Thompson who happens to be Rupert Murdoch's #1 person.
Google him.
Yep, #1 person at News Corporation. An amazing man, 53 years of age.
You're making my nose itchy.
Number 1 right-hand man to Rupert Murdoch. And we were lucky, when I say we, my wife Irene, my son Jacob, my son Ben, we were lucky to have a 2-hour meeting with Robert Thompson where we got his views of the world, and his views of the world are unbelievable because he has the ability to call anybody, any world leader, and they take his call. So the Kingstons had a 2-hour meeting with him, and as we were saying our goodbyes to Robert, who comes out of the lift, straight into the lift well, was the one and only Rupert Murdoch.
Yes.
So we spent a few minutes in the lift
I like the way that you met him. I just, because you're not going to say this, I'm going to say it. So Philip introduced himself to Rupert Murdoch, shakes his hand, and while Rupert's got his hand in Philip's, Philip doesn't let go and says, "Oh, this is my son, this is my other son, this is my wife." So he basically stops Rupert and forces him to shake hands with the family, which I'm sure he's very happy to do anyway.
Look, I must say,
I like his style.
He gave us a couple of minutes of his time. And the thing that really struck me, Gary, is that a lot of the newspapers
he's a controversial
love to take what I consider to be unflattering photos of him. The man's 83 years of age, right? So they love to take these shots of him when
the papers that he has, or the other ones?
No, the other ones where he's not at his best. I've got to tell you, I was struck. In fact, me and my family were struck by this incredible charisma and his youthfulness.
Really,
he was bolt upright. He looked strong and fit. And if you didn't know he was 83, you would have said he was in his early 70s.
Well, there you go.
Amazing fellow.
Obviously, Philip, a vibrant and active man, and it shows, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It
so
shows.
there was a great
still
experience.
working and working hard.
Absolutely.
Love to see that. Well, that's about it on
And you
GPTV.
and I'll be working when we're 83, Gary, but that's not because we're youthful and excited and into it. It's because with our current financial plan, we're on track to retire in our late 80s.
We're looking good
if
there,
we're lucky.
Yeah, we're looking good. Phil, that's a wrap on GPTV as I leave you and those viewers with that image, of course, of Herbert Lom. And Jan, I am getting him back, so we're evening the scales a little bit.
Well,
but we'll continue.
You can finish by bagging my nose, but I'm just going to say once again for the viewers, you look fantastic today, Gary.
I'm almost feeling guilty. If I had a conscience, I'd actually almost feel guilty.
Do you know what?
I know that. You've got a lot of the ledger. You've got a lot of goodwill.
No, I've got to tell you, viewers. I've decided that this is the year in my absolute personal life and business life where I'm going to just look for the good in everything. I'm not going to let you drag me down into your sea of negativity, Gary. Say what you like about me. I just want you to know you look fabulous.
So GPTV will now be officially 6 or 7 minutes earlier per week because that is your insult time generally per week, Philip. But you know what?
Do you know what, Gary?
It's all on
I
GPTV.
love you like the brother I never had.
It's all on GPTV. The market, the offerings, the vibe, what's happening out there in the real estate world, and a little bit of banter.
Whatever you say, Gary, I agree.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, look, we just have to make sure we just freeze that and keep it for future episodes. That's a wrap on GPTV. Did you have a lovely Valentine's Day, by the way, Phil?
I did, Gary. I've got to tell you.
Any secret letters?
Look, you know, it's a very sexy day, isn't it?
Lovely day. I got the wife a bunch of flowers and she said thank you. And that was it.
Yeah,
that was lovely.
Good on you.
That is GPTV for this week in February. Look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Phillip Kingston. Have a great week.
Bye.